What's going on, gamers? We got an interesting video to talk about here. Yeah, we're going to get on Xbox's head on this video because Oliver has a good post here and it's exactly 100% correct. And this ties into not only what AGN was telling you, that early access is a scam. Halo Campaign Evolved proved that. And I made that before that 20-hour outage. But after that outage happened, you who paid for the early access, which got affected on PlayStation 2, you did not get any compensation from the Halo team, and you didn't get any compensation from Microsoft, and they didn't even do that. They just gave you the paragraph telling you how it happened. Cool, you're updating me and letting me know. Cool. But I tell people all the time, no matter how much you update somebody or what you tell them, the amount of time that's going to take to get it back is not going to change. You're just actually telling them, okay, we still have to do this, which communication is still cool, but compensation is better than communication. That means that you actually care. Definitely a $1 trillion company who can make up for your time lost and your early access, right? And just, why not do that, right? But they're not going to do that. They didn't say anything in that regard. And that's what we're going to talk about in this video. It's an anti-consumer move. Let's get into this. Like, comment, subscribe, hit that hype button. Let me know what you guys think. Oliver says, you guys really need to hit the brakes. Yeah, we need to clown on them because it's a clown show, right? But it says the last time PlayStation Network was down for more than 20 hours, which that's happened before. Every PlayStation Plus subscriber, remember, Sony was smart because if you were subscribed to Plus, it affects you. Obviously, if you didn't, it didn't affect you. But every PlayStation Plus subscriber received 5 additional days compensation. So they actually times 5'd your downtime. They made up for that. 5 additional days. I mean, that's not a whole lot, right? But you still got a compensation. You didn't have to say anything to anybody. And if you came in and hit them with 5 additional days, that's better than somebody talking to you and not giving you nothing and realized, hey, you just launched, which Halo flopped, by the way, if you guys didn't know that. I mean, the launch is a failure on Steam. Yeah, so much for Xbox exclusives, right? Don't do it. You need PlayStation. But not only did Halo flop, they ruined that launch. The early access was 2 days down the hole. First server outage, and then they had another server outage after PlayStation's. Right? And then you were offline for 20 hours and Microsoft didn't say anything about compensating you. You heard nothing about it. Going down again, it says now that Xbox Live was down for more than 20 hours, every Game Pass subscriber received a long tweet. And you want to know why things happen, right? That's not necessarily a bad thing, but they didn't put you into consideration to, okay, everybody gets 5 days or something of Game Pass or something, or, you know, a week trial or something like that. Why not do that? Of course, because Microsoft doesn't want to subsidize for you. So they kind of screwed you over, so you should be remedied, right? Satya didn't come out and say anything about that. Hey, you know what I mean? Compensate them. You know what I mean? Did you see Asha saying, man, that's bad. She's such a great CEO, right? Let's come compensate them, guys. Come on. Oh, I'm so sorry for that. Don't worry. We're going to make up for it. We're going to give you guys. It didn't get said. It didn't get said at all. You're going to have a video like this to get their attention. And it would have to get big enough. You guys hit that like button. See if it gets in front of their face so you can get some benefit. So, yeah, that's my thing. I just don't understand why they didn't do that. Oh, I do. They don't care. So going down, this Xbox fanboy comes in to defend Microsoft. Watch what he says. Wow, 5 days in compensation. Oh, please. They never explained why PSN went down the way that it did. But on the other hand, Xbox goes down for 20 hours and the CTO writes in a long paragraph on what happened. Oh, yeah, just tell me what happened. That's better than somebody compensating you. You got to be an idiot to believe that. That's better? Anybody could figure it out. It went down. It's not that hard. Search on Google. Eventually, you'll get an answer. You know why it happened to PlayStation? Because it's up on the internet. Somebody figured it out. Amazon servers. Why and what is next to avoid these network issues going forward? Anybody is going to tell you that. That does not mean it won't happen again. Microsoft does nothing but talk you to death. That's easy for them. Oh, let me write a long paragraph and tell you, oh, this is what happened. Here are all the details, but I'm not going to benefit you, though. You got screwed over. Sorry, I took your time. Thanks for paying me. Pay me more, please. And Oliver says 5-0. 100% get ratioed. And the reason why I say that is because, like he's saying, they came and benefited me though. Your servers failed and you didn't benefit me. Then you came and explained to me why you made a mistake, but you still didn't come benefit me. Why would somebody explaining their mistake to you, why would you think somebody explaining their mistake to you is better than somebody coming to benefit you, but not saying anything because they're just getting right to business? That stuff happens. It's going to happen again. What would be better is if you got both. That's where Microsoft gets to one up. Instead, they come out and say, I'm going to benefit you. Talking, that's all they do. Everybody knows that. Ain't nothing new here, right? This guy says PSN was down worldwide. Live wasn't. I played a lot of Xbox yesterday without any issues. Only a few people did. No, all of America, even people outside of that were down too. What is this guy talking about? Your biggest base is in America. Xbox is literally like 70-something% of Xbox is in America, if you think about it. Outside of that, maybe even more now, because nobody buys Xbox in Europe. Nobody buys it in Asia. So what is this guy talking about? They're proud of that long tweet. Yeah, that's the old PlayStation. The new PlayStation wouldn't communicate or do anything for their customers because they see them as fodders. And you might be right about that. I wonder what would happen if it did go down that long, right? Would they come and compensate you? Yeah, we'll find out. See, that's reasonable. AGN is reasonable about the things that he looks at. But my point here is that one thing that was also more terrible about this situation that people need to understand is that Microsoft had your library on lock. If you guys didn't watch that video I made earlier today, the reason why that happened is because the license service is outside of Xbox. When PlayStation Network was down, you still could play all your digital games. When Xbox Live was down yesterday for 20 hours, you couldn't play anything. Your whole library was unavailable. You see what I'm saying? There's a difference. What Microsoft needs to fix, and if they want to fix this, is that the licenses that you have needs to be available when Xbox Live goes down. If not, the digital license agreement over there is far worse than PlayStation. Because like I said, if PlayStation Network goes down, you could still play. And if you're playing a single player game, are you really affected? No. You just wouldn't be able to go download a single player game from the digital online server, and you wouldn't be able to go to the store to purchase anything, obviously, because you need to be online for that. But if you don't need to be online for anything and you have everything you want and you're playing a single player game for a long time, like let's say some new Fallout comes out, or Wolverine or GTA single player, right? If it's offline, GTA is a single player game. So you don't need to be online for GTA. But if it's offline on Xbox, your license is screwed over because it's outside of the Xbox network realm. That's what the CTO actually explained. And that's why I was trying to tell people that is actually a problem. So if PlayStation and Xbox both go down, the difference is, always remember this, is that you can still play your games digital on PlayStation. But you can't play your games digital on Xbox. If it has that server red symbol across, major outage, you're screwed. That's where Xbox is worse. It's not the same. You wouldn't care if you had to wait for servers to come back up online if you could still play your single player games. And you're not a multiplayer guy. You're not really affected, see? That's why I say that Microsoft's diskless future is worse than PlayStation's. And people need to see why. Just for that specific reason. You can't even access your stuff offline. And if you're an Xbox gamer with a Series S, where 70-something% is, right? And you're a Game Pass person, you ain't got nothing. Because you don't buy anything. Yeah, people trying to go turn on the 360 and play physical games on there yesterday. Because they couldn't access their library. That's terrible. That's like somebody needing to go back to PS3. Well, somebody shut that down. At least when it comes to online. Offline, okay, whatever. Same thing with Xbox. Offline, okay, whatever. Because it wasn't really an online-only aspect into that extent. You still had like physical copies. That medium was huge back then. Everybody was still buying this and going to Game Crazy, EB Games, and GameStop. But today, things are significantly different. So you have to really think about Microsoft's policy, because what they have been pushing has actually been in effect for the longest. Sony's way will not get into effect until 2028. whereas Xbox is right now. You see what I'm saying? You saw that. That's the thing about having a Series S and thinking about the Xbox Helix. If this certain type of infrastructure is still working the same way. The guy says he wants to simplify it to where that doesn't happen, but he can't do anything about it. Sony has that to where that's never going to happen. Microsoft, they have to actually hope that they could actually find some type of solidified strategy with Microsoft, because it's outside of Xbox, that, hey, if you guys have any problems, we would like to have it to where they would still have their license available offline. But that's not guaranteed. He never said that. He just says that they're looking for solutions. So the compensation in the Xbox world needs to happen because you don't have access. In the PlayStation world, the majority of people, I've already said it, I still was playing my games. You see why it's worse that you don't get compensation in the Xbox world? See what AGN just did? He just proved it, because nobody will probably come on YouTube and explain this difference. And I think people are thinking that when PlayStation Network goes down and Xbox Live goes down, if PlayStation went down, oh, it's worse. No, it's worse when Xbox Live goes down. You have nothing. So I want you guys to let me know what you actually think about that. We learned something here right now. If you go over into the Xbox page, they're not all thing they're doing here. Halo has been a huge part of Xbox from the beginning. As we celebrate 25 years, reminiscing all the memories Halo has created. You destroyed all that. Halo 3 hours ago, right? To experience this remake, share your favorite Halo memories with us below. And then they do an NBA 2K post for bringing games to Gamescom. Earlier today, this is the last post before that they're retweeting. A ride fit on Spartan. It's literally Halo posts, but it's not saying how you screwed over gamers for 2 days of early access on it. You're not getting any remedies about that at all. I don't feel like Halo's honored anymore. I kind of feel like it's now become like a dead franchise that's kind of just been forgotten, and it doesn't feel the same anymore. Don't a lot of people feel the same way about that? Something's off here. Like the soul of Halo has been sucked out of it. Even those new missions you thought, those prequel missions, people were saying they don't like it. Like it's okay. There are some people that are saying they like it, but I'm getting a mixed bag back and forth from everything I'm reading and receiving. And I just have to say, Microsoft, that next Halo has to be really good, or you're in trouble, because your mascot just doesn't have any power anymore. Your power right now is Forza. But a racing game doesn't really have so much of a mascot, because you don't have like a character in Forza that you're saying that you put online and a screen. Forza is like mascotless. It doesn't really have that. It's just an awesome, amazing racing game. But outside of that, I mean, you think of Gears, you think Marcus Phoenix, right? Dom, Coltrane, all those type of people. Halo, Master Chief, Cortana. You know what I mean? There's like some type of like mascot in that. But with Forza, there isn't one. So where is Microsoft's mascot now? Like, where's the power in that? It just seems like it's weak. And this is just AGN being honest again. It's not there. So let me know what you guys think about this. Become a member, leave a tip down below. Like, comment, subscribe. Peace out. Keep on gaming no matter what platform you're on. Or app if you're on Steam.